So this is the JBL Partybox 120 and this is the new JBL Boombox 4. Now, when it comes to speaker setup, the Boombox 4 has dual front-mount firing woofers, dual front-mount firing tweeters, and dual passive radiators that shoot out the sides. But what is new here is that it also has a rear firing passive radiator that gives the speaker a lot of bass. Whereas with the Partybox 120, the speaker has a dual front-mount firing woofers with an exhaust port that shoots out the back and dual front-mount firing tweeters. Now, when it comes to the sound of these two speakers, surprisingly, the JBL Boombox 4's max volume performance is up there with the Partybox 120. And the Boombox 4 also has a surprising amount of kick in its bass thanks to that new rear firing passive radiator. However, with the Partybox 120, you are going to get better quality sound because your speaker is going to sound more open and more balanced than the Boombox 4. The Boombox 4 has a very high max volume because it puts a concentration on the highs. However, the definition on the mids isn't as impressive as the Partybox 120, so the speaker just doesn't sound as open as a 120. Now, with both of these speakers, you can remove the batteries, but removing the battery on the 120 is much easier than removing the battery on the Boombox 4 because it's a spring-loaded door here. Whereas with the Boombox 4, you do have to undo some screws. However, the Boombox 4 is using the same battery that's found in the Partybox 520 and 720, so if you want, you can actually mix and match batteries between these three speakers. And to charge both of these speakers, they charge via a double barrel AC port, and the Boombox 4 also has a USB-C port so that you can charge your own devices and you can use it as a wired connection. Now, the Partybox 120 does not have a USB-C port. Instead, it's using a USB-A port, which isn't as convenient. However, with the 120, you can use it for karaoke because you can plug in a microphone, you can actually plug in two, and you also have an audio jack, which is something that the Boombox 4 doesn't have, so you can use it with a wired connection that way. And it also has an audio out jack, so you can actually daisy chain the speaker up to any other speaker and get them to play in sync. And finally, when it comes to pairing these speakers up with other speakers, both of these speakers are using Auracast, so you can pair them together, and you can also pair them up with other Auracast speakers, like let's say a JBL Charge 6 or to a JBL Grip or to any of JBL's party boxes that are also using Auracast. However, you cannot connect either of these two speakers to JBL's older speakers that are using Party Boost, like let's say a JBL Boombox 3, just to name a few. Overall, with the Boombox 4, you are paying a premium to have something more portable and more durable, and the max volume performance that comes out of this speaker is up there with the Partybox 120. But with the 120, you are going to get better quality sound because the speaker sounds more balanced and it has much better detail in the mids than the Boombox 4.